Okay, guys, I just want to have a little bit of a talk about why your wife left you. A lot of guys, they come to me and they say, "Look, I did everything." I hear it all the time. I did everything. I did everything she wanted and she still left me. And that's the reason she left you, because you did everything she wanted. You see, what a lot of men, especially in our time now, are taught will result in divorce. They are taught that in order to be a good husband, you have to indulge this woman and you need to give in to all her demands. And if you're a good little puppy, then she will stay with you. And this is actually the opposite of what is true. Rather, when a woman is pushing boundaries, when she's being demanding and unreasonable, etc., what she is subconsciously hoping you do is that you put your foot down. She's hoping you put your foot down. She's hoping that you say no. Because when you say no, you are showing her that you love her and that you care about her and that her unreasonable demands are destructive, and she actually knows they are destructive, but she wants to see if you have the gumption to stand up to her. Because when you show that you have the gumption to stand up to her, that means you are able to protect her. You are able to stand up to other people in defense of her. You have shown your mettle by standing up to her. And so when a man just gives in, so what she does is she's actually testing you. Okay, so she's gonna make unreasonable demands. You know that it's unreasonable. She actually does know that it's unreasonable. Okay, she's gonna act like she's being perfectly reasonable, but what she wants you to do is to say no. But what you do instead is you say yes. You say, "Okay, honey. Okay, dear. Whatever you want, honey." Right? So then what happens is she begins to view you as lesser than. Okay, each time you give into an unreasonable demand, her estimate of you is that you a wuss, you a walkover. Okay, and then she begins to disrespect you. Okay, and then she begins to act out, and what she wants, why she's acting out, is because she wants you to put your foot down and you're just not putting your foot down. And so eventually she walks out on you because she wants to be with a real man, and you're not a real man, because a real man in a woman's imagination, although she won't verbalize it, and sometimes they don't even know this consciously, okay, but in her imagination, a real man is someone who will say no. A real man is someone who will exercise an element of control over his own life. And when he exercises control over his own life, he won't allow anyone to disrupt his life, including her. When he shows that, that's a sign of success. That's a sign of assertiveness. That's a sign of being able to protect and provide, okay, adequately. But when he allows this woman to disrupt his life and she takes him off his purpose, she suddenly loses respect for him. Okay, so you see this again and again. Okay, if you read the book, there's a book I read, it's called Bang Her Like You Mean It. It demonstrates this very succinctly. Okay, the character in the book, spoiler alert, he, the main character, he's a guy that's aloof. He's on his purpose. He's focused. He ignores this woman in the cafe the whole time because he's on his purpose. He's just doing his job. He's working on his laptop. He's busy, right, doing his thing. And because he's the only guy in the cafe that ignores her, she's very beautiful. He's the only one that ignores her. She, in the end, looks for his attention. Okay? And so, to cut a long story short, he ends up marrying her. But then he loses his focus he loses his ability to stay true to his purpose, and then she begins to disrespect him. And this is what happens to a lot of guys. You lose your wife in the very beginning, okay? Because what happens is you she keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, and instead of saying no, and she does that from the very beginning because she wants you to say no. But because you never say no, she just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, and then you lose the battle. And losing the first battle in a marriage means losing the war. Okay? She will leave you. She will leave you for a real man, a man who can say no. So you need to decide which one are you. Thank you very much.